Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in. As always, I'm looking forward to spending some time with you. Now, a few of you have been in touch and said you're having a difficult time at the minute. So today, this video is just for you. And you know what? I'm going to come in and I want to bring a beautiful ray of sunshine just to you. And I want to make a difference in your life. And I had this brilliant idea. Well, I think it's a brilliant idea. I love coming up with something a bit different. And you know what? It really excites me. So I'm hoping you'll enjoy this. And I've put one of our large, lovely bunnies in here. Now, this is Max. But what I'm thinking is, you could put, we have so many different stamps. You could create a scene. You could turn this, just making that beautiful sun. And after all, if it's for a lady and you want to just put some florals in, I'm often asked for cards for gentlemen. You could put, again, could it be an animal? Does he have a favourite animal? Bird, the top hat, cogs, could it be a mouse? You know, we have got so many. What about one of the herbalums? Is it a friend that does gardening? But somebody you just want to send a ray of sunshine to. So I'm here today as your little ray of sunshine. And I'm going to show you, and this all starts, now I've mounted mine up, so it's actually gone on a piece of 8x8 card, but it starts off as a 5x5 square piece of multifarious card. So again, it could be suitable for a smaller, a 6x6, but it would look fabulous in a journal, you know. So I'm going to put this over here so I can see what I'm doing. And we're going to start off, we're going to use two colours of the Elements ink, the Sundance and the Russet Orange. So my Sundance is the first, and I'm using the middle brush for this, the number 7. And I'm actually going to come in with a stencil, and this is from the Sticker Stencil Set 2, and it's a beautiful star look. So sorry about the glare, the light, obviously with the plastic. So, and I just had this idea, you know, I woke up one morning and it was there, ping, don't ask me. And I'm just going to put the star to start off with, just sort of in the middle. Now remember, if this is new, it will be very tacky, so just de-tack it on either your jeans or a piece of copy paper. So I'm just going to pop it there. And I've come in for the medium stencil brush, just because I want to try and avoid going over these edges here. So I'm just going to add that lovely colour. And again, blending in my lid. Now, I'm thinking if you've got, you know, often we have things like, oh, my friend's passed the driving test or graduation results. You know, you can go on there, you're a star. It's a fabulous stencil for that type of thing. But as I say, I thought we've often used it as a star. And I'm thinking, let's turn it into sunshine. And then that way, I love combining our Lavinia products to just give us almost a new design. So I'm just being mindful to go all the way around. And then, again, remember to peel it off in the corner. And I always bend the card back. And then it just pops up, look, easy as anything. And what we need to do now is just put it so it's midline. And the best way I discovered to do this was almost sort of just by eye. I looked and have this V in the middle of each of the points. Does that make sense? I haven't measured it or checked it, so I'm happy with that. This is a handmade design. It's all done just by creating and by eye. No machinery involved, so I'm happy, you know, if it's slightly not quite the same. If you want it perfect, well, don't come to me. No, but you know what I mean. It's nice. I mean, I want it to look nice, but it is hand created. And I think there is something really organic about something that's been hand created. I mean, even if I batch card make cards, you know, they're all slightly different. But again, I think, well, it's nice because, you know, it is nice to get something that's slightly different and not the same as everybody else's. Now, again, I'm just building the colour up. Again, be mindful not to go over that edge. And I'm just looking. You will have a slight colour difference, look. I think this one's going to be slightly darker than my original. Again, you know, I never make two things the same. I've told you that. Just checking that is Sundance. Yes, it is. And again, just bend the card, look, and the sticker stencil pops up. To clean it, all I do is put it on my craft mat, a damp cloth, and it is just slightly damp. Give it a good rub. Dry it with a clean cloth, or in my case, Mr. Well-Used Inky Binky. Pick it up, and then that just goes back on the acetate, store, and back in its packet. Now look at that. I love that. And as I know you're going to tell me, look, it's not quite in the middle. I didn't judge that very well, did I? But I could either trim that, or do you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm just going to stand it that way. Now I'm going to come in with one of my circle. So these are the acetate circle masks. And this is where we bring in the russet orange. And I'm just going to put that sort of in the middle. Notice my use of the word sort of. There we go. And we'll just introduce some lovely orange. And again, just build the colour up nicely. And again, I'm always blending in the lid. I mean, if you wanted to introduce some red right into the middle. I just like the combination of the orange and the yellow. And I'm just leaving an area slightly lighter in the middle, look. But hey presto, I was dead chuffed with that, honestly. We have the sun. So we'll give this a wipe before we put it away. Keep everything nice and clean. You know, if you look after your products, I think not only do they last longer, but it just means next time I pick this up, it won't have ink. So I've less chance of getting ink on these bits that I want to keep white. So now for some stamping. And as I say, you have got so many choices. I mean, you know, why don't you look? Can you tell? When I got my stamp out, I haven't used him for a while, look, and I practiced. I always do that if I've not used him for a while. So have a look, maybe make a few of these, and then have a look and see what, it might be you just want to put a sentiment in there. It might be somebody's having a hard time and they need a get well wish, or just some nice kind words. So as I say, I'm coming in with Max, and I'm just going to use the black. We're just going to have him in silhouette. Now, he's quite a sizable stamp, this. He's not one of the... We've got our mini hairs. I will tell you the size, but do you know what? Just while I'm inking him up, because he's a sizable stamp, so... And I've over-inked him, look. So, me being me, I just want to clean that off. Just give it a little wipe, look. Now, I know our lovely Tracy can get ink all over her stamps and it doesn't come onto her work. Me, if I didn't clean that off, it'd be on my work here. I need some magic like she's got, you know. So I think he just fits beautifully there. Now, as I was saying, he's a sizable stamp, he's a silhouette. So don't be in a rush to lift that ink up straight away. Because if you lift the stamp up, and that ink comes off, you haven't given it time to soak in. And don't forget, we've got 2 lots of elements ink there on the card. So our Versafine Clair just needs to soak into that elements. I'll give it a good, and then just come on, Magic Fairies. Lift him off. There we go. And he's stamped beautifully. So I'm just going to give him a bit of a blot. And then, now I can't wait to see what you put in the centre of your sun. I really can't. I mean, I always say it, but you are such a clever lot. Pastel pencil. I'm just going to ground him a little. Not too much. And I'm just going to, just to give him a bit of shape and make it look like he's not floating. And then when I got to this stage, I thought he needs a little bit of something. And I know I could make a lovely Easter card. So, you know, I told you I keep this piece of scrap paper that I use for my torn card. Well, I do. So I need a little bit of torn paper. And I've got the lovely stamp here from the Foliage set. And I'm thinking I could just make a little bit of sort of spring flowers. Now, again, if you're coming into autumn, you could make this into autumn flowers. Again, just by changing the colours. Maybe have leaves instead of flowers. Now, I'm coming in with Verdant, just because I want it to be that nice spring sort of green. But like I say, if you go in for your autumn colours, maybe your Portobello, that lovely brown, and just either side of him. I think he could be my Easter bunny. And then just to give him a little bit of shape, just with my white. And again, I'm just going to lean on a piece of copy paper or a piece of kitchen roll. Again, I want to keep this area clean. Let's just add a couple of, just with pastel pencil. Now again, if you like using your gel pen, you can use your gel pen for this. For me, I just find the pastel a little bit more forgiving, but that's just personal choice. And I just want to give him a couple of little highlights, look, but also a little bit of shape, just emphasise his hind leg here. And then his tail, and just a couple of where we've got the lovely wispy bits on his back and his front, look. I don't want to overdo it. Just give him a little bit of shape, and I just think it gives him a little bit more character. And again, I don't need to fix this. Just by rubbing it with my finger, we're using so little, is enough to fix it. Lovely. And then on my flowers again, because it's Easter, I'm thinking for me, this lovely sunshine, you know I love my yellow sparkly Posca. So we'll just add some. Now, if you wanted to add some glitter, I'm not adding glitter to this because depending on who I give it to, I can always decide and add a little bit of stickles later. I'm going to keep this as it is. But what I do want is from our beautiful sentiment stickers. Now, again, you could leave this and add a sentiment later, but I definitely need. So on my original, I had Ray of Sunshine, but on the same set, we've just got the word sunshine. So I'm going to put sunshine up there. And then I'm just going to put Pure and Simple down here. And I'm just going to put that there. Because that's all I'm going to do. Pure and Simple today is come in with this beautiful sunshine. And you know what? I think we all need a little bit of sunshine in our lives, don't we? Look, it's quite dark. Just shows you the difference. You know, I could pretend and say to you, I did this one light to show you what it looks, and this one I did it darker to show you, but I didn't. I've got to be honest, it's just the way it worked. I think I had more ink on my brush for this one, less ink. I was feeling gentle when I did my first one, maybe because I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. That was my experiment. So I do hope you have a go at this design. I hope you create some sun and pass it on to somebody. Wouldn't it be lovely this week if we could all pass some sunshine and some love and hugs on to somebody who needs it? And that's what I'm going to do for you. So please, have this ray of sunshine, and I really hope it's made a difference to your day. So as always, thanks for popping in, and please share your makes on our social media. I'd love to see what stamps are you going to use. Can't wait to see. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.